Hey y'all, it's your girl Nai and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since I've been back on YouTube, but as you can imagine, things have been, I don't even think I can even say hectic. Like, we are living in the midst of a pandemic and a race war, and not essentially a race war in terms of white and black, but a race war against people who want to live in a world where we are all free and equal, and people who don't and like to oppress, especially black people. So things are cray right now. So I wanted to come and do this video today because these last few weeks, you know, since George Floyd's death, God bless his soul, I've been doing quite a lot of activism.
Why not have to do this? I have a dream. I have a dream.
I've been attending all the Black Lives Matters marches. I've been really trying to spread the word. And something that's really been getting on my nerves is I've been seeing a lot of people speak out against the movement and really putting forward their racist agendas and their racist views. So I wanted to come and do this video today because we are tired. Us as black people, we are tired. Our race has always been oppressed against. We were taken from our motherland. We were sold in slavery for over 500 years. We then had to fight for civil rights over in America and in the UK. And we have consistently not been able to have a break and just live our lives as human beings. And we're just tired. We're just tired. To give you a little bit of background on how I've been doing, not that you really would probably care, but you know, it's been impacting me. And the reason why I want to share this is because I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to watch this video and it's been impacting them as well. So on top of obviously waking up every day, seeing social media, seeing people putting out racist comments, seeing more police getting away with killing more black people, seeing people getting killed and hurt and beaten at these peaceful protests, it's just been it's been weighing heavy on my heart, to be honest with you. Like, there's been days where I've been okay, days where I'm hopeful because I do feel like there's been a lot of positivity happening in the world, and then there's been days where I've just felt like absolute shit, and like I feel like I'm living in a world where people are just against me. And equally, I feel like, why do I even want to live in a world where people are just against me? But also, why do I want to raise children in a world? So it's been a bit tough, and mentally, you know, I've been up and down like a roller coaster. But I think the things that have really been playing on my heart is when I was attending so I went back home to Bristol. For those who didn't know, I'm from Bristol, and I went back home and I stayed there for 2 weeks. I just wanted to see my family, and I just had enough. And I went on one peaceful protest, and at the end of the protest we had to lay down and we had to put our face and our hands behind our backs like we were being arrested. But also we did it for the 8 minutes that George Floyd was on that floor being choked to death by that bastard cop. That hit hard. That was really upsetting, to be honest with you. It made me feel like I don't know, I just couldn't have imagined what he was going through at that time. And for a human being to do that to another human being in cold blood, I just couldn't really, it hit a lot. And then on top of that, I lost my job. So that was just kind of like the worm on the fucking mud hill. It's just, yeah, it's just been a lot. But equally, I'm feeling so happy and so blessed because I'm seeing so much positivity coming out of these marches. I'm seeing like statues. So in Bristol, they took down a statue of Edward Colston, the slave owner. Honest with you, we have started a movement. I've never been as proud of my city as I could have been on this day, because I tell you something now, Bristol has started a movement. More statues are being taken down. More people are really realizing that we shouldn't have these slave owner statues up and in and, you know, as a symbol, when really what they did was barbaric, you know. So that's really positive. And also just to see white and black people come together in solidarity to march out, it's amazing to see, you know. At the end of the day, I am my brother's keeper. We are all children of God. Now, whether you're religious or not, that's fine, but I am, and God all made us equal. God all made us one. So to see white, black, Asian, people from different communities come together to march for black rights has been amazing to see. Also, we've had laws being re-looked at. They've reopened the case of Breonna Taylor as well. They're reopening more and more cases. So I think the protests are working, you know. I know there's been a lot of backlash about people, and mostly people who really just have an issue against black people, saying about it's thuggery and it's violent and the riots and the lootings. And yeah, it's not, you know, violence is never the answer to these things, but I think enough is enough. And I think now violence is the only way that people are going to listen. And since the protests have been violent in America, the government has been listening. Trump can put out his threats and put out whatever, but the mayors of the states, the governors of the states, they have been listening and they have been doing things. And it's going to take a while, and this is why we need to keep pushing this movement. But I truly believe in my heart that things are going to look up and things will actually get done. And it's amazing to see. We've also had businesses also speaking out, you know. Nike, for example, they're investing 40 million back into the black community, and the CEO of Twitter invested money into the black community. We're finding a lot of people are donating for Black Lives Matters charities and movements and signing loads and loads of petitions. So there's a lot of positive things coming off of the back of this movement, and I am proud to be involved in it. And equally, I am proud to be black, be powerful, be strong, and to really walk in solidarity with my brothers and sisters. It's amazing to see, and I think us as a society, we need to keep pushing forward, and we can truly make change and make this world a better place. And the marches are now leading to police funding getting cut and invested back into the black community. And even in the UK, they've reopened Belly Mwinja's, apologies if I've said that wrong, but they're reopening her case. The killers of Ahmaud Arbery, they have all been arrested and they're standing trial. The people involved in George Floyd's death have been arrested and standing trial. That is amazing. That would have not have happened if it wasn't for the outroar and the power of social media. The power of social media is amazing. And I'll be honest, sometimes I think social media is too much. If I wasn't a content creator, if I wasn't a presenter, I would not even be on it as much as I am. But you have to look at it on the bright side, because honest and truly, it is doing a lot. It is creating a massive impact, and people are hearing our voices. We are able to see with footage what people are actually doing, the discrimination, the violence that people are getting from the police and from other racist groups. It's being put on, filmed and spread around the world. I feel like I've learned more off of Twitter and socials about my black history, for one, and about what's really going on in the world, and especially in America, than I have in school or by watching mainstream media, mainstream news. I truly believe we can't trust the news anymore. We can't rely on BBC, Sky, and all of these institutions to provide us with the facts. We have to actually go out there and find the facts ourselves, and that is what the brilliance of social media is doing for us. It's allowing us to see that, and I think it's great. On the flip side though, there's been a lot of people really using this movement as a chance to really put across their political and racial views. We've had a lot of people, and I am going to say predominantly white because it is, talking about, oh well, all lives matter. And it's like, the fuck? No, we know that all lives matter. So this is why I'm here today, because I want to explain to anybody that is getting confused with the Black Lives Matter movement and by saying all lives matter. We know all lives matter. Of course all lives matter. We are all God's children. We all walk the face of this earth. We know this. But the reason that we are saying Black Lives Matter is because it's the black race that are constantly being oppressed, being killed by police, being racially and abused constantly. It's black people who are less likely to get opportunities. It is black people who are more likely to get thrown into prisons for crimes that they did not commit, or for even minuscule, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce the word. You know what I mean? Small crimes. Like, it is most likely black people that are getting thrown into jail for it rather than their white counterparts. So this is why we are doing the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, we realize and we know that all lives matter, but if you cannot see what is happening to black people are being stripped of their human rights, which they have been for centuries, from slavery, from they were taken and stripped and sold to people as property. We do not have basic human rights, and that is why it is Black Lives Matter, and that is why we are highlighting it as Black Lives Matter. And to be honest with you, if you don't understand that and you don't get that, then you are part of the problem, and you need to educate yourself and put yourself in a black person's shoes. Why shouldn't you be able to walk the streets? Why shouldn't you be able to go for a jog? Why shouldn't you be able to go and buy a pack of cigarettes without the fear of the police killing you or other people killing you? Why shouldn't you be able to go to school and learn without being called the N-word, or without your teacher picking on you, or without, your name getting made fun of because it's not westernized and it's not whatever you want to call it. I call it basic. I was one of those people in school. Everyone would take the piss out of my name because the teachers would never get it right, because they never tried to get it right. They never attempted to pronounce my name right. My name is a 3-syllable name, Nyamka. It's not that difficult, but teachers would continuously get it wrong. And now I'm older, I realize that is a form of systematic racism. It is. Because I'm not called Becky from fucking Hertfordshire, or my name is not Sasha Williams, something easy to pronounce, you feel the need to not even attempt to do it. These are the problems that we as black people face, and this is why we are speaking out against it. Another thing that I wanted to address as well is with these marches, I know obviously we are in the midst of COVID, we are in the midst of a pandemic. And I know people haven't been able to attend the marches for whatever reasons. And I just want to say, do not feel guilty if you aren't able to attend these marches. There are so much more that you can do to spread the word, raise awareness. You can donate to petitions, you can share things on social media, you can sign petitions, you can donate money to the right charities. There's so much that you can do, honestly. And I just don't want you to feel like you're not doing enough, especially if you are someone who's black. I say this because I spoke to my cousin the other day, and she is a sickle cell sufferer. And she was upset because she felt upset and guilty because she felt like she's not doing enough and she's letting her race down. But my cousin has a chronic illness. If she catches COVID, she will be likely to die. Even sickle cell itself, an illness found predominantly in black people. That's another thing that we need to do as a race. We need to donate blood. We need to donate our blood so that black people who suffer from sickle cell are able to go and get the treatment that they need. Getting back to the point that I was talking about, I don't want anyone to feel guilty. The fact that she said she felt guilty, it upset me because I just don't feel, it's out of her control and it's not her fault. And if there's anyone else that has sickle cell or has some sort of illness that, makes them vulnerable to the pandemic, don't feel upset or don't feel annoyed or don't feel bad about not being able to attend the marches. There is so much more that you can do, so much more that you can do. So I think what needs to happen next, I think what's going to happen is things are going to pick back up. Life is going to start getting a bit back to normal. Jobs are probably going to be opening up. Businesses are going to be opening up. We need to continue to keep this movement going, guys. We do. We need to keep hashtagging Black Lives Matter. We need to keep doing protests. We need to keep investing into our own community. And we need to really, really raise our voices up and really raise awareness and keep it going, because this isn't a trend. I truly believe, as I said, we can make a difference and we can make things happen. But it's only going to start if we work together and we keep doing it. Don't let life take over what's important, because as I said, the pandemic lockdown will be eased and we will be going back to normal. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't even think this life's going to be back to normal, I think this pandemic has caused a shift and we are really going to be changing. Like, life is going to be different regardless. It's not just going to be, boom, go down and get a Nando's. Even though, to be honest, I had a Nando's last week, and it was fucking beautiful. It was so good. I really love Nando's. So Nando's, if you ever watch this, please sponsor your girl, because I love me some Nando's, some Nando's. Getting back to my point. I don't think life's going to go back to the same, but what we really need to do is just keep the movement going, keep standing strong, keep pushing back on those racists, let them know we are not going to stand here and be treated as unequals anymore. We are going to have our basic human right, what we are entitled to regardless, as every single other human being, every single other race is. And we're going to keep speaking up against our oppression. And once we do that, we're going to live in a world. I truly believe we will live in a world. I don't know how many years it will take. It might be after I'm dead and gone, and it will be my children and my children's children to carry on this legacy. But we will live in a world where white and black will be equals, and every other race will be equals, and we will be equal regardless of our gender, our race, our sexual orientation, how we identify ourselves, whether we're non-binary or what. We will all be classed as equals, and we will all be classed as one. But yeah, I just wanted to come here, guys. I wanted to just share my thoughts. I hope you're all really good. If you do like this video, comment and let me know, you know, what you're planning on doing or what you've been doing with the activism. Like, share, subscribe, and also make sure you lock into my new show, Quarantine Tea.
We are all gagging for a reunion, and I know everybody asks you, but be honest with me, Faiza, because we're spilling tea. Are we gonna get a reunion?
It's on my Instagram, so I'll put my socials. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I've got so many interviews that I've been doing. I might even put them up on here because, you know, I need to start getting into my YouTube fam. Make sure you follow me, stay safe, keep posted, and keep locked into Nice World for more content. Bye, guys. Oh, before I go, this look was all me. I have not done my makeup in so long, If anyone wants to know, these lashes, these bad boys, are from a black-owned business called Fly Lashes. They're not paying me to promote this, but I'm just really into investing into the black community and black businesses. So I wanted to just let you guys know. I bought these because I'm trying to spend all my money on black owned businesses, as I said. So these are them. This is the packaging. So I'm wearing strip tees. Oh, damn. So yeah, I will post their Instagram on the comments. I'll tag their Instagram out in the comments, so do go and check them out. But yeah, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.